tonight's SoDak 16 tournament action. This contest is between the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers and the McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars. Both schools are members of the Southern High School Activities Association. The association and their corporate partners,
the Teveldahl Farmers Union Insurance, Billion Automotive,
and South Dakota Army National Guard remind you that the educational value of this event is more important than its outcome. Your cooperation and support of the values promoted by the region schools is appreciated. At this time, we ask that you stand, remove your caps, as we pay honor to America with the singing of our national anthem by Kelly Coyle.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose bright stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting there, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
And now for the starting lineups.
On the scoreboard, the McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars.
Starting in libero, a 5'6",
number 2, Ashton Dicker.
middle hitter, 5'7" junior, number 4, Maya Morrison. At setter, 5'6", sophomore, number 5, Chloe Campbell. Outside hitter, a 5'5", junior, Ella Dicker. Outside hitter, a 5'8", senior, number 11, Addison Gordon. Middle hitter, 5'8", sophomore, James Skyberg. And outside hitter, a 5'7", sophomore, Jolynn Peters. The Fighting Cougars are coached by head coach Taylor Becker, assisted by David Benson and Chesney Olson. And now for the home team on the scoreboard, the Sioux Chargers. Our defensive specialist, identified specialist, senior number 2, Aubrey Van Beek. At center is 6'1", junior number 6, Meredith Nelson. Outside hitter, a 5'10", senior number 7, Tavis Sickmiller. And middle hitter, a 5'11", senior number 9, Amira Dora. Another 5'11" middle hitter, number 10, Jayla Overman. And outside hitter, a 5'11", sophomore, number 11, Ella Blue. And the libero, a 5'6", senior number 17, Jasmine Vanderhaal. Assisted by Jacqueline Norris, Brittany Bowmer, and Wilbur Zobel. The officials for this senior, Nicole and Dennis. These officials are licensed by the South Dakota High School Activities, hired by the region, with the mutual agreement of schools to submit. Trainer on site this evening is Tyra Johns. Now let's play volleyball. All right, coming at you live from Baltic, South Dakota. Tonight we got SoDak 16 Class A Girls Volleyball. In town, Sioux Falls Christian Chargers. They're the home team on the scoreboard. They come into this matchup with a 24-10 record. And the visitors, McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars with a 12-13 record. Winner of this matchup, on to the state tournament. All 8 games are being played tonight. 1 underway, Rapid City Christian up on Groton area, 2-1. We got Alira Dorout checking out, and Jasmine Vanderhaar coming in. Christian's going to serve. This is going to be Ella Fluth, 5'11" sophomore, serving. And we're underway. Pushed over to the middle, and McCook Central Montrose on the scoreboard first. Dumped it right in the middle, nobody was home. Chloe Klinkhammer to serve for the Cougars. And that's too far. Service error, we're tied at 1. Jayla Overman to serve. 5'11" sophomore. Pumped up there. And a back set for Gordon. That's blocked. Ends up on the Cougar side. 2-1 Sioux Falls Christian. Overman to serve again. She's a sophomore. Up. Gonna get a set on the outside. There's Dieters. Cougars under that one on the return. Another runner. Bump. They come to the outside for Dorhout. Cougars respond. Free ball it over. And a back set for Dorhout again. Cougars a couple of one-handers and then push it over. Dorhout tries to dunk it. Rejected. Push another one over. This time that's Nelson. There's a swing for Dieters. And that one is ended by Alyssa Dorout as she goes line with authority. 3-1 Sioux Falls Christian. And Overman to serve. And a set in the middle there for Morrison. It's blocked at the net. Cougars get it back over. There's a set for Dorhout, and that's out of bounds. That point goes to MCM. Addison Gordon serving now for MCM. Bump, push to the corner. There's a running tap over there. Nicely done. Dorhout again puts the thunder on it, and the Cougars respond. Knock it back over, and Sioux Falls Christian can't get to it. Good hustle here right out of the gate by MCM. Gordon again, bumped there by Vanderhaar. They're going to set one for Taven Sickmiller, and she launches a missile. Not returned by the Cougars. Off a Cougar and into the stands. 4-3 Chargers. It's going to be Meredith Nelson, 6'1" junior, to serve. High in the air there. Little back set, and that's out of bounds. I believe that was Maya Morrison trying to paint the line on the side. Too wide. Nelson to serve again
for SFC. And that's too hard and out of bounds. Morrison out, and Jada Skybird back in for MCM, and then Ashton Deaconicker serving. There's another set for Taven Sickmiller. She hit that one not quite as hard and not quite as good. That one flew out of bounds. We're tied at 5. That serve goes out of bounds. Ashton Deaconicker. Now serving Taven Sickmiller, 5'10" senior. And she whacks that into the net. A lot of service errors tonight here in this first set. Maybe a little jitters, I don't know, by both teams. Back in and serving here, or in for MCM, is number 14, Avery Alley. She's a 5'5" senior. Set for Alira Dorout, and she hammers it. Up in the air and over the net. That one's pushed over. Christian's free balling it over. And there's a set for MCM. She puts it down. That's Chloe Klinkhammer. We're all tied up at 7. We got Ella Deaconicker in for MCM. There's a set for Jayla Overman, and not returned by the Cougars. Tight one here in the first set. It's 8-7 Sioux Falls Christian. Aubrey Van Beek to serve. She's a senior. That one goes off a little sideways, and they're going to have to free ball that over. Sickmiller. Set for Overman. Cougars get it up in the air. Push shot by Chloe Klinkhammer. And they got 2 hits on her, resulting in a Cougar point. 9-7 Sioux Falls Christian. And Beek serving again. That's pushed over and scored by Addison Gordon. Just a little touch finesse shot, pinballed it off a couple of Chargers and got it down. Now serving Jada Skybird, 5'8" sophomore for the Cougars. She tries to go short, and I tell you what, that would have dropped in for an ace, but it just hit the top of the net and come back on her own side. 10-8 Chargers. Ella Fluth back in and serving for Sioux Falls Christian. We're going back set for Klinkhammer, and they called her for 2 again. They don't like how she's contacting the ball. Fluth to serve again. There's an ace. Ella Fluth, 5'11", sophomore. Bumped up by Klinkhammer. Now we got a set from Morrison, and she hammers it. Maya Morrison, 5'7" junior. Puts it down. And we got Chloe Klinkhammer 5'6" sophomore serving for McCook Central Montrose. There's a set for Sickmiller. McCook's under it. Whacking that over is Dieters. Quick set for Van Overman there, or Overman. Now we're going outside to Sickmiller. Blocked by MCM, but out of bounds, and I think she sprained her ankles too. Dieters, she come down unnaturally, but she's a Cougar. She's going to stay in. She's tough. It's Jolynn Dieters. And we got Jaleb Overman serving. And that's out of bounds. She'll go to the bench and be replaced by Jasmine Vanderhaar, 5'6" senior. And we got Natalie Liu in for MCM. And Gordon serving. Set for Sickmiller. She just hangs in the air. And we got Sickmiller in the net. Point for the Cougars. Gordon to serve again. Pump, push shot to the corner. Cougars under it. There is a set for MCM. Jolynn Dieters off the defense and out of bounds. That's a kill for Jolynn. And Gordon serving again. Back set for Alira Dorout. She goes off the Cougar arm and out of bounds with some authority. Nelson serving. Punched over by Morrison. Cougars going to get a set for Sickmiller, and that doesn't make it over the net. She can leap out of the gym, and she's got a hand cannon. She's got to get her dialed back in here. There's Deacon Nicker serving for MCM, and that one is whacked out of bounds by Alira Dorout. And we're all tied up at 14. Timeout on the court. Well, very, very well contested first set thus far. How could it be any more? We're all tied up at 14. Leading in kills for Sioux Falls Christian is Alira Dorout. She's got 3. And leading player for MCM that is on the court or on the board right now is Jolynn Dieters. She's got 2 kills for MCM. Student body traveling well for McCook Central Montrose. Crowd, mostly parents, I believe, for Sioux Falls Christian. They're going back to Sickmiller, and she's like, I'll fix this. Hammer time, kill for Taven. And now she'll serve. She's got 3 kills now, too. There's a bump, and then we're going back set for Dieters. Overman. That was Mulder. Touched. Yep. Ruled touch. Point for MCM. Cougars serving. Bumped up by the libero. Set, pushed to the corner by Alira Dorout, and she'll have another kill. 16-15 Sioux Falls Christian. In and serving is Sophia O'Neill for the Chargers, 5'7" sophomore. Well, Deaconicker up in the air, and they got to push it over with Avery Alley. There's a set for Mulder, and it's out of bounds. Tied up at 16. There is an ace by Ella Deaconicker. Another one. Vandahar runs in. Overman hammers it. Cougars respond. And we got Sioux Falls Christian in the net. McCook Central Montrose takes the lead, 18-16. Off. Sickmiller. Push that up and over. It goes down. They got to free ball it over with Vandahar. Push for Dieters. And that goes off. Excuse me, that's Addison Gordon with the kill. MCM up 3. Timeout. Sioux Falls Christian. Once again, for those watching online, welcome to Baltic. We're hosting SoDak 16 matchup here between Sioux Falls Christian and McCook Central Montrose. And we're glad to be doing it. We got a brand new high school, and it's awesome. Thanks for tuning in. Bumped in the air by Vandahar. Going to set up Mulder. Blocked by MCM. Back to Mulder for another one. Blocked again. Free ball over by Vandahar. Push shot to the middle. It's down. It's another point for the Cougars. They go up by 4. 20-16 McCook Central Montrose. Addison Gordon continuing to serve. No, it's not. It's Ella Deaconicker. There's a hammer shot by Jayla Overman. Ends that run, but Ella Deaconicker with about 4 in a row there for the Cougars. Now in and serving Aubrey Van Beek. 2017 MCM. Popped up by Deaconicker. They're going to get a push shot there by Addison Gordon. And it's out of bounds. Van Beek serving again. Her team down by 2. Service there. over there by Skyberg. Christian has to flip it over underhand. Push over by Gordon. Bumped up in a setup. Whacked over there by Chloe Klinkhammer. Didn't quite get that one over. Falls to the ground. In and serving is Ella Fluth for the Chargers. Bump. Morrison sets up Gordon. Now we got a touch shot there by Sickmiller. Cougars respond. Up in the air, whacked over by Overman. Cougars come back with Klinkhammer. Push. Sickmiller. Hello. Taven Sickmiller with another missile. That cuts the lead to 1. It is McCook Central Montrose 21. Sioux Falls Christian 20. You are also watching Girls Class A SoDak 16 state qualifying action live from Baltic, South Dakota. And as a spokesperson for Baltic, we're honored to host this SoDak 16 match. We got a great gym, a great facility, and proud to do this. Thanks for letting us. And a heck of a matchup tonight. We come in here, number 3 seed taking on the 14 seed, and right now, McCook Central Montrose giving the 3 seed all they can handle and currently up by 1. Ella Fluth in and will serve for Sioux Falls Christian. Push shot over by Morrison. Set for Sickmiller. Nicely kept alive. Whacked over by Morrison, but a block point by the Cougars, and we're all, by the Chargers, and we're all tied up at 21. Fluth again to serve. Popped in the air by Deacon Nicker. Pushed over by Klinkhammer. And they cannot return that one. Taven Sickmiller, she hits hard. Ella Fluth again with the serve as the Chargers are now taking the lead at 22-21. Morrison swings at that one and knocks it into the net, or blocked, or both. Either way, it lands on MCM side for a Charger point. Sioux Falls Christian once down 20-16 in this first set. Crawls their way back into it and now leads 23-21. Ella Fluth to serve for Christian. And that one is an ace. Both girls, Klinkhammer and Deacon Nicker, were going for it. Kind of maybe hit both of them and then went straight right. And now we got a set point for Christian. Blocked. Morrison's swing is blocked. Cougars push it over. There's a set for Overman. Cougars under it. block point. Overman's there. Meredith Nelson's there. Sioux Falls Christian takes the first set, 25-21. Sioux Falls Christian takes the first set over McCook Central Montrose here in SoDak 16 action live from Baltic, South Dakota. In other action, Dakota Valley up 1-0 on Platte Geddes. Dakota Valley the number 1 seed. Del Rapids already finished off Todd County. Del Rapids the 2nd seed. Clark Willow Lake up 1-0 on Aberdeen Roncalli. Clark Willow Lake the 4th seed. Hamlin, the 6th seed, up a set to 0 sets on 11th seed West Central. Groton area, the 7th seed, and Rapid City Christian, the 10th seed, tied at 2 sets apiece. Here, we're getting ready for set number 2. Leading the way for Sioux Falls Christian in the kills department, Taven Sickmiller. She's got 5. Right behind her, Alira Dorout with 4. Overman with 2. And nobody else has any that's in right now. Okay, second set action. There's Klinkhammer with the serve, Vanderhaar. And they're right on cue. Taven Sickmiller with another missile down the line for the kill. Jayla Overman to serve for the Chargers. Klinkhammer set for Morrison. She whacks it off Dorout and to the floor for a kill for Maya Morrison. This is Gordon serving for MCM. They're going to set up Sickmiller. Heck of a block over there by Jolynn Dieters, but it went out of bounds. Got a nice piece of that swing there by Sickmiller, but it just fell over the line. Now serving Meredith Nelson. And there's an ace. That thing just died knuckleball or ghost fork style. Meredith Larson, 6'1" junior again. back set there for Kinsey Poppenma. And she got the kill. Meredith Nelson, sorry, slip of the tongue. Serving. Cougars pop it up in the air and it doesn't get over the net, and no other Cougar could get a hold of it. 5-1 lead here for Sioux Falls Christian. They took set number 1, 25-21. Nelson again. Up in the air by Nika Nicker. Pushed over by Skyberg. Sickmiller backs it over. Klinkhammer for Morrison. She goes finesse. Vanderhaar back set for Popema. Cougars recover. Sickmiller. One hand up in the air. Great effort by the Cougars and over. There's a set for door out. Cougars are up to the task again. Free ball it over. Vanderhaar sends one over at the last second. Cougars free ball it over again. Set for Sickmiller. Boom. Up in the air by Deacon Nicker. They got to kind of free ball that over. Oppinger. There's a set for door out, and it goes off the Cougars. It's another point for Sioux Falls Christian. Nelson. Morrison gets it over underhanded. Set for Sickmiller. She soars up there and rears back. Cougars recover. Popema. Too much mustard. Out of bounds. Got a few students trickling in here for Sioux Falls Christian. They got about 20 kids here. They're sitting in the student section anyway. Popema hangs in the air and tries finesse. Cougars slap it back. There's Popema. She's going to get the kill. Kinsey Popema, 5'11" senior. Give her 2 kills on the night. And we'll get Taven Sickmiller back here to serve. Christian currently up 8-2 on McCook Central, Montrose. And Sickmiller does not get that over the net. Service error. Avery Alley in and serving, 5'5" senior. She's the captain, one of the captains. Set up Mulder. She goes flying in, and I think the rule that was knocked into the net and hit again, making it four hits on the Chargers. Pump up in the air. A swing for door out. Cougars pop it up. Mulder. Cougars will try to get that one over, and it goes into the net. I think that was Natalie Luth. Yeah, couldn't quite get that one over. 9-4 Sioux Falls Christian. Into the ball game and serving is number 5, Sophia O'Neill, a 5'5" sophomore. Running to go get that was Knicker. O'Neill up in the air for Mulder. She has to push it over and can't do that. Into the net onto her own side. That's a point for the Cougars. 9-5 Sioux Falls Christian. coming into the game and to serve, Ella DeKnicker, 5'5" junior. Did a good job serving in that first set. Back set, Papama. Oh, beautiful shot. Cross-court killer. Kinsey Papama. Useful placement. Now we got Aubrey Van Beek in to serve for Christian. Up in the air. We got to get it over, and Ashton DeKnicker does that. Yeah. There's a nice looking swing in the middle, but the Cougars recover, and Overman just ends it. One mighty right arm swing puts it to the floor. Van Beek to serve. And the Cougars can't return that one. Skyberg got a piece of it, but nobody could touch it after that. Timeout on the court. This is second set action, and Sioux Falls Christian is up on McCook Central Montrose 12-5. They took the first set 25-21. And once again, you're listening to Girls Class A SoDak 16 Volleyball from Baltic, South Dakota. The 10th seed Rapid City Christian takes out the 7th seed Groton area 3-2. St. Thomas More up on Miller 1-0. And I think I gave the other scores last time. Dakota Valley up on Platte Geddes 2-0. Neighbors to the north, Del Rapids, no problem with Todd County as they took them out 3-0. Van Beek, DeKnicker, and Skyberg can't run that one down. That would have been a tough one. Up in the air, DeKnicker. Vanderhaar goes to get that quick push shot there. Nelson. Now Nelson sets up Overman. And we got under the net by the Chargers, I believe. Under or in, I didn't see any of the net move, must have been under. Ashton DeKnicker to serve for MCM, and that one doesn't make it over the net. Mulder out. That's Camden Mulder out. 5'8" junior. Wears number 3. And Ella Fluth comes in to serve. Fluth, the 5'11" outside hitter. Nelson sets up Overman. And that goes off of a Cougar into the net and to the floor. 15-6, Sioux Falls Christian. DeKnicker was set for Morrison, blocked by Christian. Now they go to Sickmiller. DeKnicker up in the air. There's a set for Gordon. And blocked by the Chargers. Cougars can't get that back up and over. And the lead is now stretched to 10. It's 16-6 with Ella Fluth serving. DeKnicker. Back set for Klinkhammer, and that's going to work. Nelson got a hand on it. and then she was the only other person that could, or the only person that could get another hand on it. Point for the Cougars. Chloe Klinkhammer, 5'6" sophomore to serve. Oh, dump shot into the black hole there. Nobody home in the middle of the defense. Meredith Nelson dumped it right there for the point. Jayla Overman to serve for Christian. And that's too hard and out of bounds. Overman out. Jasmine Vanderhaar back in. She's wearing the white libero shirt, number 17. Gordon serving. There's a nice running swing by Dorout. And that pinballed around and to the floor for the Charger point. Meredith Nelson to serve. Off Klinkhammer, overpass and over. Papama, too hard. Puts both hands to her temples right after she swung. Like it's wide open. I got to hit it right there, but it keeps going out of bounds. And she got a couple in and a couple out. She's doing all right. Wicked swing by Lyra Dorout. Just mashed it. For the kill. Dorout's got 6. Sickmiller's got 9 for the Chargers. Nelson sets Dorout, and she'll get another kill. There's an ace for Taven Sickmiller. Checked in and is now serving for the Chargers. Popped up in the air by Deacon Nicker. There's a swing for Skyberg. Pushed over backwards. Heck of a save by Sickmiller. The Chargers get it over. Swing for Jolynn Dieters. Blocked right back onto her chest. She tries to get it up and can't. Timeout on the court. You are watching set number 2 of girls Class A SoDak 16 volleyball. Sioux Falls Christian Chargers up on the McCook Central Montrose Cougars. 1-0 and 22-9 in the second set. Winner of this will go to the state tournament. Once again, I'd like to express our thanks for allowing South Dakota Athletic Association and all those involved to let Baltic host this SoDak 16 matchup and showcase our new gym. We're proud of what we got here. We think it's nice. We got a good setup, and thank you very much for allowing us to do this. We got Kate Strand in. She's a 5'7" freshman for Sioux Falls Christian, and she's going to serve. She wears number 13. Left-handed serve. Deacon Nicker up in the air. Klinkhammer set for Morrison. Strand under it, and Mulder's over there to push it over. Just a touch shot, and it went out of bounds. Off Dieters. I guess that's a Christian point. ace by the freshman Strand. Kate with a C. Going for set point. Knicker. We got a swing there that doesn't make it over by Jada Skyberg, and that will do it for set number 2. 25-9, Sioux Falls Christian takes that set. Chargers up 2-0. Winner on to the state tournament. This is girls Class A SoDak 16 volleyball action live from Baltic, South Dakota. Clark Willow Lake's also gone up 2-0 on Aberdeen Roncalli. Clark Willow Lake the 4, Roncalli the 13 seed. No reports out of that Winter Wagner game. That probably starts, maybe they're playing that West River. Hamlin and West Central tied at a set apiece. And Rapid City Christian has beaten Groton Area 3-2. Del Rapids advances 3-0. And Dakota Valley up 2-0 on Platte Geddes. I appreciate it. Thanks for saying so. All right, both teams on the court. We're getting ready for set number 3. Christian up 2-0. Serving for Christian, Ella Flew. It's high in the air by Morrison, actually over the net. Nelson slaps it over. That's two hits on MCM Christian point. Ella Flute, 5'11" sophomore serving. Tipples the top of the net. Heck of a play there by Deacon Knicker. That's Ella. Now we're going to set up Overman. Cougars got a response and they smack it down. Useful placement there. That was Addison Gordon. She wears number 11 and is a 5'8" senior. Serving, Chloe Klinkhammer. Knocked over by Overman, blocked by the Cougars. Sickman can't get that one over. Sick-Miller, Tatum. Whacks it into the net, comes back. MCM up 2-1. And underneath of it, you got to free ball it over. And that is thoroughly blocked by Overman and Nelson. 6'1", 5'11". That ball was not getting over those girls' arms. And Overman to serve. Camera. Push shot there by Gordon. Morrison tries to leap up and smack it to the floor by herself and hits it into the net. Frustrating one there for her. She thought she had it. She did have an open spot of floor. Eyeballed it, couldn't quite put it there. 3-2 Christian. Jayla Overman serving. Nelson. That goes off. Cougar and still in. Alira Dorr out with another kill. She's got 8 on the evening. Klinkhammer. Blocked. Thoroughly blocked by Christian. Off a Cougar player, and it came right back over the net. Christian was not ready for that pinball, and it falls to the floor on the Charger side for a point. And Addison Gordon to serve. Sick-Miller hand cannon. Another kill. Double digits, give her 10. Meredith Nelson serving for the Chargers. Knocked over by the Cougars and to the floor. I think that was JoLynn Dieters. Let's see who they give that to. Ashton DeConnicker to serve. Nelson sets up Dorr out. She knocks that one out of bounds. Too wide. We're all tied up at 5 apiece. Ashton DeConnicker to serve again for the Cougars. Sick-Miller launches another one. Cougars try to block it. Did not work. Now Taven to serve. There's a swing there for the Cougars. And they set up Mulder, and it's out of bounds. Knocking that back over for MCM with Jada Skyberg. And then Mulder smashed it out of bounds where the Cougars were all knotted up at 6. Avery Alley in and serving for MCM. Nelson for Mulder. Under that is DeConnicker. Whacked over by Natalie Luth, 5'8" junior, but that went out of bounds. Sophia O'Neill will serve for the Chargers. And she hits that one very well, but out of bounds. Door out will replace her. In and serving for MCM is Ella Deaconicker. She wears number 8 and is a 5'5" junior. Knocked over by Overman. Cougars respond. Sickmiller sets up Mulder. Deaconicker under it. Back set for Klinkhammer. Nelson runs it down. Here's Mulder. Cougars under that one. Another swing for MCM. And there's Addison Gordon, the senior, getting a kill. Set for Mulder. Blocked. Smacked again. That is Jada Skyberg doing the work at the net. And might have been in the net. Got the block and then went with a hard smack right back at it, and follow through must have been in the net. Aubrey Van Beek in to serve for the Chargers. There's a swing for the Cougars. That is out. That had a lot of spin on it by Overman. Just missed the end line. 9-8 MCM. Skyberg serving. Push shot to the middle. Cougars respond. Push shot to the corner. Boy, the deer stand ref does not like Chloe's push shots. Always giving her the 2 fingers for 2 hits on that one. It's about 3 or 4 of them. Fluth back in and serving for the Chargers. And camera bump. There's a set. Nice. Beautiful placement. Very useful. Addison Gordon. Good court vision. Wide open in the front right, and she put it right there. Sickmiller just launches another one. Some of these outside hitters that I've seen play this year, just incredible leaping ability and just ferocious launching their own arm at the ball. Jayla Overman serving. We get a set, she'll go finesse there. I believe that was Dieters. Nice up by the Cougars. Push shot on the line. She says, let's go. Addison Gordon doing some work here in this 3rd set. Natalie Luth checks in now. As Ella Deaconicker will sit down. Gordon serving. Nelson just dumps it to the middle and nobody was. Tied at 11. Nelson to serve. There's a set for Dieters. And we got that signal that says you kind of grabbed the ball and then threw it where you wanted to. I don't know what the technical term is. Ashton Deaconicker to serve as MCM's up 12-11 in set number 3. There's a set for Papama, and the Cougars respond. She does not like the push shots, the 2-handed push shots, as Sickmiller gets called for 2. MCM up 13-11 here in set number 3. Sioux Falls Christian took the first 2 sets. And this is girls Class A SoDak 16 action live from Bob City Court in Baltic, South Dakota. Ashton D. Knicker serving. Miller overpass, slapped over there. And now we got under the net on Christian. 3-point lead for the Cougars. They're going to set Sickmiller. I swear she probably broke a finger. As Cougars got a touch and it falls to the ground. Sickmiller with her 13th kill. And now she'll serve. For as hard as she swings there on the outside, her serves, she doesn't do a jump serve. Maybe they banned it. She brings the heat. Cougars can't quite get that one over after a little pinball effort over there in the right front. Sickmiller again. Pushed over by Luth. Setting up Mulder. Nice block point. That's Jada Skyberg doing work at the net again for the McCook Central Montrose Cougars. And they are clinging here to a 2-point lead. Third set, they are down 2-0. Avery Alley in and serving. That was Allie Door out, going a little finesse, or a Lyra Door out, I'm sorry. Maybe they call her Allie. Sophia O'Neill in now. And she'll serve. Boom. Set. Morrison. Nope. That's Skyberg. Skyberg with the kill. Sends a bunch of Chargers toppling to the floor. In and serving Ella De Knicker, a 5'5" junior for MCM. Pumped. And there's Overman, that's out. That's beyond the line. 17-14 Cougars. Knicker, Sickmiller, great job to get that back up in the air. Pushed over by Gordon. There's a set for Papamont. Knicker, heck of a dig. I'm surprised she didn't get the call for 2 there. Van Orman smacks it to the floor. And Aubrey Van Beek comes in to serve, 5'8" senior. Now we're going to have a back set running attempt there by Skyberg. That's out of bounds. Chargers crawling back in here now, trailing by 1. Van Beek again. And it's out. Skyberg just pulled her neck out of the way at the last second to let it go and made the right choice. Cougars up by 2. Now she'll serve. Setting up Mulder, he just smacks one way out of bounds. Skyberg again, bumping that up is Sickmiller. Evans tries to put it in the danger zone. Cougars got it up in the air but couldn't get it over the net. Pretty slick play there by Meredith Nelson. Ella Fluth in and serving. Knicker. And that, barely out. Good attempt there by the Cougars. I think that was Morrison. Tied up. Nope, it's not. Sioux Falls still trailing by 1. All right, Fluth. Knicker gets it over, and Evans puts that in the middle, and they can't get it. Why do I keep calling her Evans when her name is Meredith Nelson? She wears number 6. She is probably the tallest girl out there. 6'1", Meredith Nelson. Nothing to do with Evans. Fluth to serve. We're all tied up at 19. Allie. Nice job passing shot there. Good placement. Made him scramble. That was Gordon. The only thing I wish is that these girls all didn't have ponytails. Blocks their numbers. Sickmiller smacks another one, touches the net and to the floor. Give her 14 kills. Overman to serve. Drop to the ground on the Chargers side for a Cougar point, and they got a 1-point lead, 21-20. Addison Gordon to serve now for the Cougars. Sickmiller, Nelson back to Sickmiller. That goes off Knicker and into the MCM crowd. Rayleigh Meyer coming in for MCM. And Gordon out. Nelson serving. Meyer bumps it. And we're going to pop that over for Morrison. Out of bounds. Sickmiller, too much sauerkraut. She whacks the heck out of it. You have to revarnish this floor, primarily because of some of her swings. Ashton Knicker to serve. Sickmiller finesse that time. Knicker pushed over by Dieters. Papama. Knocked over there by Natalie Luth. And that's inbounds. 22-22, all tied up in set number 3. Sickmiller, net and over. And the heck of an up there by Nelson. Mulder whacks it over. There's a nice swing by Skyberg. Jada Skyberg. Heck of a match and heck of a third set. Timeout on the court.
As a reminder, only team personnel are on the podium, so that I want to be state campus spectators will be found in jail after team awards, contest and awards, or following the presentation awards. Thank you. Awards. Thank you.
Hand off the plaque and the medals, but then I will have
Names? You bet.
(23-22). McCook Central Montrose leads Sioux Falls Christian. This is the third set. Girls Class A SoDak 16 volleyball live from Baltic. Christian took the first two sets. Cougars making this interesting here in set number 3. Avery Alley, the captain, now serving for the Cougars. Nelson sets up Papama, and that goes through a couple of Cougars and to the floor. Kinsey Papama, her fourth kill. 5'11" senior. O'Neill serving. Whacked in. There she is again, Jada Skyberg. She wears number 12. She's a 5'8" sophomore, and she's having a heck of a contest tonight. 24-23 set point for the Cougars. In and serving for MCM, number 8, Ella D. Knicker. Pushed over. We got a block there. Cougars going to get it back over. There's a swing, overpass, and another swing. There it is. 25-23. McCook Central Montrose takes the third set. I think that was Jolynn Dieters with that final kill. Nope, probably wasn't her. We don't have her on the thing. Skyberg, maybe 11, Gordon. Anyway, heck of a volleyball match right here. We got Sioux Falls Christian, the number 3 seed, leading 2-1, but McCook Central Montrose, the 14th seed, just come back to win set number 3 and force a fourth set. I gotta say, Jada Skyberg doing a heck of a lot of work there in that third set. She seemed to be everywhere, making a diving play, one-handed stab, and then the kills. Awesome third set by the MCM Cougars, led by the sophomore, Jada Skyberg. Leading the way in kills for Sioux Falls Christian, Taven Sickmiller. She's got 15. And I think next up on the board, they got Jayla Overman with 5. But Alira Dorout's got more than that. Nope, she's got 9. For MCM, Addison Gordon, 8 kills. Jada Skyberg with 4. And then you come in with Jolynn Dieters with 2. Checking other scores, number 1 seed Dakota Valley 3-1 final over Platte Geddes. Number 2 seed Del Rapids 3-0 over Todd County. Clark Willow Lake 3-0 over Roncalli. We're getting ready here for action in set number 4. And we got Chloe Klinkhammer serving for the Cougars, and that goes out of bounds. Service error. Chargers up 1-0. They're going to start things out with Jayla Overman, 5'11 sophomore. She'll be doing the serving for the Chargers. Knicker. There was a set for Gordon, and it didn't make it over the net. They get called for 4 hits. Overman serving. She goes short. I got to get that over, and Dieters does so. Nelson pushes it quickly. Cougars up to the task. Blocked. Morrison and Gordon with the denial at the net for the Cougars. Goes off the Chargers and out of bounds. And we got Gordon serving. Nelson to Sickmiller. Popped that up several times. I guess we're okay. Nelson right in the middle, right in the dead zone. She's trying that a little bit more here in the last couple sets and been pretty successful with it. Now she'll serve the 6'1" junior setter, Meredith Nelson. Lee Knicker one-hands it, and that one was just kind of, the pass kind of went straight up. Setter had to run too far. Lee Knicker come in at the last second. 4-1 Christian. Nelson again. Knicker. Nelson. The door out. Cougars get that in the air. Sickmiller, boom. Give her another. Taven Sickmiller, 5'10" senior, her 16th kill in this match. Back set from Morrison. She tries to put it in an empty spot. Sickmiller hanging in the air and whacks it over. Too far. High in the air. Skybird tried to dunk it, and it didn't work. Denied. Mostly by the net. In and serving Kate Strand for Christian. Knicker set there by Cougars. Backwards over by Dorout. Morrison goes finesse. No, that was not finesse as Mulder, and it's out of bounds. Avery Alley in and serving. Cougars get that over. Blocked by Dorout. And whacked back over and in by the Cougars. Nobody home in the back row. Let's dump it there. Here's the senior, Avery Alley serving. There's a nice set for Alira Dorout. And she puts it down. Give her 10 on the evening. We got Sophia O'Neill in to serve. 7-4 Sioux Falls Christian. She went over the line when she was serving. And the judge was all over it with the red flag. Vanderhaar, that's Jasmine, comes back in for her. Got on the white libero jersey. That's too hard. I think that was Ella DeKnicker, who came in to serve. 8-5 Christian. Aubrey Van Beek will come in to serve for the Chargers. Oh. Camera hanging and banging. That was Addison Gordon with the kill. Give her 9. 8-6 Christian. Knicker. Nelson smacks it over. Cougars get it up in the air. There's a swing for Overman. Heck of an effort to get that. They can't quite get it over. Pulling herself out of the crowd. That was Ella DeKnicker. She went flying into that front row of bleachers there, but great effort. Ella Fluth now in and serving for Christian. Pushed over there by Klinkhammer. Going to Sickmiller. Popped in the air. DeKnicker. Underhand over. Klinkhammer. There's a swing for Overman. And it goes off DeKnicker and into the bleachers for a kill for Jayla Overman. Now we got Ella Fluth serving again. It's 10-6 Christian. Dump shot. Once again, Meredith Larson putting it right in the middle of the D and nobody home. We got Kaylee Klinkhammer coming in for Maya Morrison. Kaylee wears number 6. Fluth. That's popped over by Ella DeKnicker, and that's in. Good swing there by the Chargers. Nobody home in the back row for the Cougars. Fluth. Bump. Set for Kaylee Klinkhammer, and she has that blocked. And right back off the Cougars and out of bounds for a Christian point. Just out, Fluth, too heavy. Service there. Chloe Klinkhammer to serve now for McCook Central Montrose. They trail 13-7 here in set number 4. Oh, she goes short. Chloe, beautiful serve for the ace. There's a swing for Sickmiller. That's Taven Sickmiller. She puts that down on the floor with authority. Give her 18 kills on the evening. Both her and Lyra Dorout are in double figures. Dorout's got 10. Overman will serve. Klinkhammer pushed over by Jolyn Dieters, but I think it went on the wrong side, or too much of the ball was on the outside of the candy cane. Timeout on the court as Sioux Falls Christian leads McCook Central Montrose 15-8. Here in the 4th set, and Christian leads MCM 2-1. Okay, here we go. J-Lo Overman serving. 15-8, 4th set. Christian up 2-1. Watching girls Class A SoDak 16 volleyball live from Baltic. Oh, useful. Meredith Nelson goes up and just put it where they ain't. MCM got a hand on it, but couldn't get anything more done with it. J-Lo Overman serving. Pushed over there by Morrison. Nelson's going to dig it out of the net. Chargers get it over. Sickmiller off the Cougars and out of bounds. She soars and smacks it with authority. Overman to serve again. Need a bump. Hammer puts that over there. That was Fleet with a nice save. That is out. Thought it might have had a piece of the line, but not so, says the line judge. There's a Lyra Dorout vying for her 11th kill, denied. 17-9 Sioux Falls Christian. In and serving, I think we got Braylee Meyer. Nope, this is Addison Gordon, and she hits it too hard. Meredith Nelson to serve for Sioux Falls Christian. Pushed over by Morrison. Vanderhaar up in the air for Sickmiller, blocked by MCM. It's Morrison doing work. That one hit something before it went over the net. By something, I mean the divider in the ceiling. 19-9 Christian. There's a good swing by Luth, Natalie Luth. Chargers get it back up. Now we're going to have a swing by Dieters. And I think we got 4 hits. Serving is Maya Morrison. Popped up by Fluth. And we got one off the net, and then a push shot, both by Doral. Fluth gets down and gets to it. Cougars cannot return that over the net. Got several pieces of the ball, but it did not work. Mulder comes into the ball game, and Kate Strand comes in, and she'll serve. This is a left-handed freshman wearing number 13. Spells her name with a C, C-A-T-E. Pushed over by Dieters. There's a swing for Mulders. Dieters smacks that over, and it's just long. Almost paints the line, and it would have been a beauty, but it's a little bit long. 4th set, Christian up on MCM 21-10 and 2-1. Winner to the state tournament.
That I'll do before this, but then I'll say, and now we'll announce all the players without.
I'll just come down here in numerical order, and then read these guys, read them from bottom to top, probably, so that he's last, right? Yeah. Or she's last, probably. Okay, 21-10, Sioux Falls Christian leading MCM here in set number 4. We got Kate Strand serving. She's a 5'7" freshman for the Chargers. Hopped in the air. Klinkhammer sets up Dieters, and she gets the kill. That's Jolynn Dieters. She'll go to the bench. Coming in and serving is Avery Alley. Nelson sets up door out, and she gets the kill with some power. Now Alira door out, the 5'11" senior will also serve. Miller, Nelson, Overman, she gets the kill. Door out, serving. High in the air, off of Carly Klinkhammer. Great effort over there in the corner, but can't get it up. Ashton Dekenicker. Took quite a spill over there by the extra closet. She's up, she's tough. Easy Dekenicker. Now, set point and match point for Christian, serving Alira door out. We We got a set there for Skyberg. It's out of bounds, and that'll do it. And that'll do it. The Sioux Falls Christian Chargers eliminate the McCook Central Montrose Fighting Cougars from the SoDak 16 round of volleyball in Class A. 3 sets to 1. Christian took the first one 25-21, the second one 25-9, and McCook Central Montrose came back to get the third one 25-23. Then Sioux Falls Christian just kind of took control there in that fourth set and won 25-11. So congratulations to the Sioux Falls Christian Chargers going to the state tournament.
Number 2, Aubrey Van
Number 2, Aubrey Van Beek.
Number 4, Marina Fisher. Number 5, Sophia. Number 6, Meredith Nelson. Number 7,
David Sigmund.
Number 8, Kinsey Papama. Number 9, Amira Dora. Number 10, Jayla Overman. Number 11, Ella. Number 12, Zoe. Number 13, Kate Strand. Number 17, Jasmine Vanderhaar. Assistant coach, Jacqueline Moodendorf. Assistant coach, Kelsey Bird.